creature learned that it had been seen.
Okay, that was more
Dr.
disturbing than I ever thought it would be.
Further referred to as
Hello there, great person, and welcome back to Let's Watch Some SCP Lore videos. Today we will finally do SCP-096, Shy Guy. And as always, we first will take a look at the Volgoon, and then I will watch some short movies that have been done on this thing, and yeah, we'll just see how this turns out. And other than me telling you to like and subscribe and all the good stuff, let's just get into this and have some fun with Shy Guy. And yeah, I've heard it's creepy. Let's see what it is.
Doch ich frag mich, wer wir sind.
Hello, everyone. So, long story short, my security clearance is not adequate for the anomaly you're being briefed on today.
Oh,
So,
great.
Mobile Task Force Commander Robert Hunt will be covering the briefing after I get a few systems up and running. Anyway, I'll see you all later, and I hope you learned something. Goodbye. Thank you, Dr. Miller. Can you confirm that ACID is online and Scramble version 2.1 has been initialized? Thank you. Let's begin.
Yeah, let's begin with the Shy Guy.
Item number SCP-096. Object Class Euclid.
Euclid wasn't that bad, right? I think Keta was harder to contain.
Special Containment Procedures. SCP-096 is to be contained in its cell, a 5-meter cubed airtight steel cube, at all times. Weekly checks for any cracks or holes are mandatory. There are to be absolutely no video surveillance or optical tools of any kind inside SCP-096's cell. Security personnel will use pre-installed pressure sensors and laser detectors to ensure SCP-096's presence inside the cell.
Okay,
Any and all
great.
photographs, video, or recordings of SCP-096's likeness are strictly forbidden without approval from Dr. or 05.
Okay, so at least they have it contained.
Description. SCP-096 is a humanoid creature measuring approximately 2.38 meters in height.
Oh, it's pretty
Subject
big.
shows very little muscle mass, with preliminary analysis of body mass suggesting mild malnutrition. Arms are
Oh,
grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's body, with an approximate length of 1.5 meters each. Skin
I hate lanky asshole. So we've got a lanky asshole.
is mostly devoid of pigmentation, with no sign of any body hair. SCP-096's jaw can open to 4 times the norm of an average human. Other facial
Why?
features remain similar to an average human, with the exception of the eyes, which are also devoid of pigmentation.
Oh,
It is not
great.
yet known whether SCP-096 is blind or not. It shows no signs of any higher brain functions and is not considered to be sapient.
Okay, so you've got like this corpse thing in your cellar. Let's see what the corpse thing does.
SCP-096 is normally extremely docile, with pressure sensors inside its cell indicating it spends most of the day pacing by the eastern wall. However, when someone views SCP-096's face, whether it be directly, via video recording, or even a photograph, it will enter a stage of considerable emotional distress.
Oh no.
SCP-096 will cover its face with its hands and begin screaming, crying, and babbling incoherently.
Okay.
Approximately 1 to 2 minutes after the first viewing, SCP-096 will begin running to the person who viewed its face, who will from this point on be referred to as SCP-096-1.
Oh, we should have looked at
Documented
it.
speeds have varied from 35 kilometers per hour to kilometers per hour.
Wow,
It seems
that's
to depend
pretty
on the
quick.
distance from SCP-096-1. At this point, no known material or method can impede SCP-096's progress.
Wow,
The
that's
actual
weird.
position of SCP-096-1 does not seem to affect SCP-096's response. It seems to have an innate sense of SCP-096-1's location. Note: this reaction does not occur when viewing artistic depictions. See document 096.
Oh, they probably also did experiments to confirm that. Great. So, so you can't stop it. That's pretty bad. This reminds me a bit of The Guest. I don't know, like it's a more elaborate The Guest.
Documentation 0961 of Experiment 0961. Experiment 0961 is headed by Dr. Dan. Purpose is to test SCP-096's abilities while obtaining complete physical description of SCP-096. D9031 is a 32-year-old convicted felon and former tattoo artist.
Of course.
D9031 is placed inside Bathysphere 303A, which is then lowered in the Tonga Trench off the coast of New Zealand. Position is approximately 7 kilometers from SCP-096's temporary containment cell at site. The following was recorded via video surveillance inside Bathysphere 303A, between it and Dr. Dan's control site on the New Zealand mainland.
Ooh, that's cool. You know what I really like about this one? Like, this is already a very good experiment they did. Very cool.
Bathysphere 303A reaches final depth of 10,800 meters.
It stopped. What now? Do you feel fine? No sickness? Anything? My ears hurt. That should be expected. Now, on your left, you should see a steel container. Open it, and there will be a manila folder holding several photographs. Open it and describe the first photograph, please.
Oh, that's so apt.
D9031 complies.
Oh, that's
The
so
camera is
mean.
located so the photograph cannot be seen.
Nothing. It's an empty cell. Thank you. Please set this photograph face down in the receptacle to your right and look at the next photograph. It's the same cell, but there's a foot in it, I think. Describe it, please. It's pale and bony. Sort of creepy, actually. Place the photograph in the receptacle face down and look at the next one. Okay. Oh, shit! Describe the photograph. I don't know. Some creepy-ass person. Describe the photograph, please. Hell, man. He's pale, has white eyes, and something up is happening with his mouth. What the hell is that thing?
Oh, that's
At this
so
point,
creepy. So
approximately
creepy.
1332 Standard Time, Dr. Dan and Experiment Control is notified that SCP-096 has breached containment. The fastest path to SCP-096-1 has been cleared of civilians and other image-capturing devices, and SCP-096 is now being tracked by satellites via tracking collar.
So it must be close to the trench where they lowered the dude into, because otherwise the chance of encountering civilians is pretty high, I would assume.
On your right, there should be another steel container. Open it. It's a pad of paper and a pencil. Yes. Please draw a sketch of the photo you saw.
SCP-096-1 mumbles an expletive and spends the next 20 minutes drawing a sketch of the photograph. At the time of completion, SCP-096 is confirmed to be kilometers away.
Oh, that's so
from
apt.
SCP-096-1.
Oh, that's so apt.
I'm done. Good. Place the drawing in the receptacle on your left and close the door.
SCP-096-1 complies, and the sketch leaves Bathysphere 303A in a watertight buoyancy container. The other photographs are then incinerated in the onboard incinerator.
Oh, God.
What now? Please stand by.
40 minutes pass. SCP-096 is now confirmed to be at SCP-096-1's position and is diving.
Yeah, of course it dives. Of course it can dive. I wonder how it dives. What would happen if it went to space?
Transponder signal
Or, like,
ends
if
at
someone in space saw it.
9,339 meters as pressure goes beyond the device's operational limits. The camera shows the bathysphere shaking slightly. From SCP-096-1's reaction, it is assumed SCP-096 is on the hull and is visible through the viewport.
Yeah, that's very
Video and
messed
audio
up.
feed is cut as the hull of Bathysphere 303A is breached. SCP-096 is recovered by Surface Recovery Team Foxtrot 303A without incident.
How? How do they recover it without looking at its face? Must be so hard to do. Also, how does it It seems to kill people, but how would it kill people if it wasn't like in a normal room? How would it kill people? Because here it killed him through pressure, of course, but
The sketch of SCP-096 is also recovered, and a quick test confirms no hostile reaction from SCP-096. Sketch is sent to experiment control on New Zealand, while SCP-096 is moved to permanent containment. Upon arriving at SCP-0961's location, SCP-096 will proceed to kill and SCP-0961.
eat? Is it gonna eat them because it has the big mouth?
100% of cases have left no traces of SCP-0961. SCP-096
Oh, yeah.
will then sit down for several minutes
Yeah, I think it eats them. Oh, gross.
before regaining
Yeah, it's like basically like the guest. The guest also ate people and went to them. That's so interesting. But the guest was more random. The guest just went somewhere and this thing just goes where, like, when it has been seen.
its composure and becoming docile once again. It will then attempt to make its way back to its natural habitat. Due to the
Interesting.
possibility of a mass chain reaction, including breach of Foundation secrecy and large civilian loss of life, retrieval of subject should be considered alpha priority.
But what is its natural habitat? It's probably not the containment cell.
Dr. has also petitioned for immediate termination of SCP-096. See Interview 096-1. Order was awaiting approval. Termination order has been approved and is to be carried out by Dr. on. See Incident 096.
Oh, really?
1A.
They want to end it. Can they, though?
So, containment has been attained? Yes, Doctor. Let me see the security footage.
Why? Why? It could be on there. You could be eaten by the running naked guy.
Begin log. A large steel cube is shown in the middle of a research lab, which is teeming with a dozen or so researchers. In view of the camera is a control booth, displaying readings from various sensors inside the cube. Fast forward 1 minute, 32 seconds. The control booth operator leans forward, alerted to the various readings on the sensors. Approximately 5 seconds later, a steel wall on the containment cube receives a sizable dent bending outward.
Oh
The
god,
dent
someone
becomes
saw
larger
it.
before breaking. SCP-096 is seen bending the steel away, frantically trying to escape. Emergency plates drop on the cube as a containment breach is sounded. The
Wow,
security
yeah.
tape has SCP-096's face blurred out, as per containment protocol.
How? Who did it? Like, who blurted out? Was that someone who saw it and then... Wow, I don't know.
2 security teams enter the room as SCP-096 breaks out of containment. Live rounds and tranquilizer darts are fired to no visible effect. Approximately 90% of researchers and security personnel have directly viewed SCP-096's face, and a code Lima is declared.
Oh, it's probably... Hey, you're all dead.
Room and surrounding areas are sealed and flushed with class nerve agent. Approximately 2 minutes later, SCP-096 breaches research site and travels kilometers through the outside desert, traveling
That's so weird.
end log. Echo Romeo was assigned to immediate containment breach. When we realized just how big a breach we were dealing with, we were completely overwhelmed. Funny how the best and brightest minds in the world can be so unprepared.
Yeah, really, like, you were a bit unprepared. Like, don't look at its face. Like, shouldn't they have understood that when it, like, broke out? I don't know. Because they saw it, like, denting outwards.
So, you're saying it's your own fault? Absolutely not. This was a new discovery in SCP-096's behavior. We had no way to know. And we were lucky it didn't turn into an XK. Begin log.
Oh, there it
Count
runs,
footage
yeah.
from ER1. Footage from inside a UH-60 shows SCP-096 on the desert floor, moving at a considerable speed.
This is Echo Romeo Actual. We have visual of the target. Knots and increasing.
ERA listens to the radio as orders are relayed.
Yeah, it seems to be pretty fast. It's probably the farther it has to travel, the faster it gets? Or what is it? How is
SCP-096
it?
can be seen slowly gaining speed. ERA motions off camera. ER3 appears, holding a modified XM500 anti-material rifle. 2 shots are fired. The first misses, and the second hits SCP-096 in the lower leg. SCP-096 stumbles, but recovers. Speed change is insignificant.
That's so weird. How does that work?
No effect on target.
ERA motions to ER3 again. ER3 fires 3 more shots. The first 2 miss, and the third hits SCP-096 in the head. SCP-096 falls, skids, and rolls several times, reducing its speed minimally. SCP-096 rolls to its feet and continues unabated.
Can it regenerate the tissue that is destroyed through the shots? I wonder.
Camera pans up to see 8 V-22 Ospreys belonging to Mobile Task Force Tower 1 flying overhead and past the helicopters on the same outbound vector as SCP-096. Camera cuts out. End log. Begin log. Video interview log 096.
Yeah, the images of the weird
Dr.
shit face
Alexei appears
are
very
really,
calm
really
and
eerie as
determined,
well.
and answers all questions slowly and deliberately.
Where were you exactly at the time of the breach? On break, getting a cup of coffee. It was pure luck I wasn't caught in the containment area. Describe your actions directly after the containment breach. I sent Echo Romeo after SCP-096 and alerted Dr. Dan to the situation. We then set upon the task of locating SCP-096-1. Once the general direction of SCP-096 was determined, I sent the Mobile Task Force Tau 1 ahead to evacuate civilian population centers in SCP-096's path, all according to containment protocol.
So they would have to evacuate whole cities? Like, wow, can they even do that? Like, I would think, like, if it runs, like, 100 mph, I don't know. Like, how can you stop that? And, like, if it heads for a city, I don't know, 200 kilometers away, like, you can't evacuate that in time, like.
End log. Begin log. Dr. Dan, sits patiently. On the table in front of him is what looks to be a set of modified night vision goggles.
For the record, where were you exactly during SCP-096's containment breach? In the mountain range, trying to find more information on SCP-096's origins. It was a quick research expedition, so I left.
So I think the containment area is close to where it emerged, and it emerged in the desert. I wonder why.
Dr. Alexei in charge of containment. He is competent enough, if a bit eager, and he has proved himself in the past. This is all confirmed by the various related paperwork. So don't go thinking it was just for the record, Doctor. Now, knowing that SCP-096 is immune to all known forms of damage while in an enraged state, why would you order the sniper attacks from the emergency response?
Yes, why would you do that?
Why not? If there was a chance to slow down SCP-096 and give Mobile Task Force Town one more time, then we had to try it. I put ER in no danger, and the choppers were in danger of being outrun anyway. Honestly,
Wow.
ER could do little.
Yeah, so the choppers were in danger of being outrun, so this thing must be really, really fast.
To help or harm the situation. I see. Now, could you explain this?
Interviewer motions to the goggles lying on the table.
Yes. This is Project Scramble, an eyepiece we assigned to ER and Mobile Task Force Town 1. Designed by Dr. Alexei and myself, specifically for SCP-096. It carries a small microprocessor which constantly analyzes the viewing field for the facial features of SCP-096. Facial recognition software inside instantly identifies them, scrambling the image into an unrecognizable mess before the light reaches the human eye.
Does that work? Is the processing power quick enough? I'm not sure, actually. Yes, so they probably have glasses, and the screen is only displayed after the routine has run through. I think.
It's quite ingenious, really. And expensive. Very. Which is why it's such a shame it Didn't work.
Didn't work, why not?
End log.
Perhaps you didn't create
log.
them well enough or good
Audio
enough.
transcript between Mobile Task Force Tower 1 and modified EG3 Sentry AWACS. Call sign, Big Brother.
Power sprays in the air. Moving. Awaiting vector. Electronics online. Cruising altitude reached. Uploading program Scramble to all camera systems. Cameras online. Big Brother is now watching.
Big Brother is now
Outbound vector
watching.
target
Okay, yeah, of course.
Target is currently westbound, traveling on... Shit. Yeah, he's on the I-40. I think he just flipped a semi. Outbound vector is... degrees by... Next town on the vector is... I'd say a couple 100 kilometers. Shit. MTF, we're suggesting Echo Romeo begin evacuating the I-40. I don't know how many cars the target has wrecked.
So it just ran through cars? So I guess it's taking the direct path. And is it running through walls and stuff again?
Hold on.
Not again, I mean as well.
The
I
negative,
guess
Big
it's
Brother.
it's
EERIE is
very
reporting that the target is
ugh.
running her choppers. They can't get ahead of him. Then get them to stop the motorists on the other lane. I don't know how many people have seen this thing's face.
Oh, that's so bad.
End log.
Yeah, the
three
pictures
elements
are
of Tower
so
1 succeeded in
eerie.
gathering the townsfolk in the first 3 towns without incident. SCP-0961 was confirmed not to be in any of these when SCP-096 ran through each in turn without stopping. However, a video log in NTF Tower shows SCP-0961 being identified in the town of and the ensuing incident.
How did
Show it.
someone in the town see it?
Begin
though?
log. Helm cam footage from Element 4 of Mobile Task Force Tower 1 in the town of... Most of the townspeople are gathered in the square, all blindfolded. Helicopters sweep the town. Indistinct orders are heard over the loudspeakers from both the helicopters and the ground personnel.
The target is entering the proximity zone. All units activate and begin
I hate that
control
thing, it's so weird.
All civilians are not to move from their spot or remove their blindfolds. If you move or touch your blindfold, you will be shot. I repeat.
Oh my god.
Approximately 2 kilometers away, SCP-096 is seen to be coming over the crest of the hills. It tries to slow down on the descent,
Oh,
but
that's so
trips
scary.
and tumbles down at high speed, crashing through several houses before regaining its footing almost without delay.
Civilians are not to move. You will be shot. I repeat.
Several shots are heard, none of which are directed at SCP-096.
Wow, that's so messed up.
SCP-096 stops for 1 second before running into the crowd of townsfolk, throwing many aside and trampling more. More shots are heard as the crowd begins dispersing, the loudspeakers unintelligible under the vocalizations of SCP-096. SCP-096 locates SCP-0961, a middle-aged man, and the camera views SCP-096 grabbing him before it is hit by a fleeing townsperson and is dislocated from the helmet.
Okay.
End log.
What did it do?
Begin log. Video
And why did it go for him?
interview log 096 1C.
I was looking through SCP-0961's house with my squad. Poor bastard was a semi-pro mountaineer. Took a trip to the... Apparently he took a snapshot of the landscape and just happened to catch SCP-096 in the
Oh,
back.
that's so messed
Wilson
up.
holds up 4 fingers for emphasis.
4 pixels. 4 fucking pixels. I doubt the guy even knew what he saw. He was probably just looking at the picture one day, noticed an off-color patch of snow, and went on with his day.
Oh god. I actually think I've heard that before. I think I heard that before. I heard before that someone just saw pixels and then something came. This might have been the thing. Ah, it's so eerie. Yeah. You know why I also like this a bit more than the guest is because it's a lot more elaborate. You saw the different perspectives. People were panicked and I don't know. This one is really creepy.
How did you find it? Our Scramble gear picked it up straight away. The lieutenant got the picture and took it down to the chopper before I ever got to see it. By then, the damn monster had taken down Big Brother and had peeled open the former Major Striker.
Oh
All
god.
hell was breaking loose. So the scramble gear was ineffective? Ineffective? The goddamn scramble were pieces of shit that killed the whole damn task force! You know, only 3 people were alive besides me.
Wow, yeah.
All because some retard egghead thought a state-of-the-art countermeasure to SCP-096's hostile reaction.
But why didn't it work?
Those bloody idiots could have put a bag over the target's head and been done with it, but no. We had to use state-of-the-art scramble.
Yeah, I would be pissed too,
End
mate.
log. Begin log.
What did that?
I know he's pissed, yeah.
Son of a bitch, what an egghead is after I patch open his...
Interviewee begins shouting and cursing.
Do we need to administer a sedative, Doctor? No. No, I apologize. Scramble was a really ingenious idea. However, it was a failure because we did not fully know how SCP-096 worked. You see, as the chip inside Scramble picked up SCP-096's facial features and began scrambling them, there was a split second of uninterrupted light flow to the retina. Computers are fast, but not as fast as light. So
See, that's what I don't get. Like, why not have like VR glasses, like where there's a screen here and the screen is like delayed by half a second or something. Like, why not have that?
there was a split second image of SCP-096's direct face sent to the brain. It wasn't even consciously received, but apparently it was enough to trigger the hostile reaction in SCP-096. So, with the report of this photograph, that's the most disturbing part of this whole incident. You know when the former SCP-0961 went on his mountain trip? 1990. That's years of that photo hanging there before he saw SCP-096. Since the brain doesn't need to be aware that it is viewing SCP-096's face to trigger the reaction, there could be ticking time bombs hidden literally anywhere in the world. How many photographs are out there containing SCP-096, just going unnoticed, waiting for a careful eye?
Yeah, but I don't think that's that likely. Like, normally you would look at your photos, like, I don't know. It's not that
As I said
dangerous, I
before, I want
think.
this thing terminated. Now.
End log. Just a quick question, Doctor. What exactly were you planning on doing there? Major Jack Wilford was top-notch SBS when we recruited him.
I was also a recon corpsman, sir, and I was deployed in the Caucasus. Marines beat SBS.
No, they don't. Enough! Both of you. Moving on. Begin log. Video interview log 096 1D.
I got the bag over its head. Yes, you've told me that. Could you tell me exactly what
Oh, now we
transpired?
get some more about the incident, yeah.
Was done with Alex. And it was sitting there. In the highway. Just got done ripping open a minivan.
Interviewee is silent.
Interesting.
And Wes landed the chopper. I got out and bagged it. I put the bag over its head. It got calm and they took it.
At least it got
Some of
calm.
the victims in the minivan were the last to have viewed SCP-096's face.
Interviewee is silent. Interviewee remains silent for the remainder of the interview and was released. He was
Oh.
later found in his bunk room, having committed suicide via hanging with a makeshift rope.
Why?
A half-crushed pacifier was found in his fist.
Why did he see it eat a child? No, he didn't. He would have told them. Or did the thing eat the child afterwards? I don't know.
End log. Begin log. Video log 096 1D.
I'm not sure if I like all these, yeah, they ended themselves stuff. Like, yeah, but I might be wrong, but it feels like everyone, like, that's just used as a line to be like, oh, this was very terrible, terrifying, or something, you know?
Confiscated tape from news broadcast CNN. The image shows first responders surrounding the remains of a crashed plane over the shoulder of a field reporter.
The plane, which seems to be military in origin, has no outward markings designating it as part of the U.S. military. While first responders look for a black box recording, it is thought by police that the plane crashed due to a massive cabin breach in both the cockpit and fuselage.
Oh, so did it fly? What happened?
The reporter motions to a large hole in the side of the plane, which several firefighters are climbing inside.
Paramedics have found only 3 bodies, which is odd for a plane apparently requiring a crew of around 20 men. Police have suggested...
The reporter is cut off, as 3 super stallions are shown hovering overhead, 2 of which land and begin unloading troops belonging to Mobile Task Force Epsilon.
Shut off the camera. Shut off the motherfucker.
Yeah, I see. So someone saw it in the plane and then it somehow got up the plane. I wonder how it did that.
Begin log.
So, are we finished here? One last question, Doctor. Or statement, as it seems. We find it interesting that there was no break room at research site. Or coffee.
Okay.
The interviewee remains silent.
Okay.
It would be best if you began talking.
Remainder of video interview log 0961A, redacted.
Did he create it? Was that the plot twist?
I don't see what that has to do with me. There's no reason to play dumb, Doctor. He's told us everything. Well then, I guess there's no use in feigning anything. Is there?
What did they do?
Audio recording. 05 hearing.
Upon reviewing your testimony and available footage, and the confession of the late Dr. Alexei, it is the unanimous
Why is Dr. Alexei now dead?
agreement of the 05 that you are to be terminated for your part in the gross breach of SCP-096. And I thought you
What was it?
For the greater good. Do not try my patience, Doctor. Given the incident's scope and potential, the 05 have approved your request for termination of SCP-096. Given the lack of personnel with understanding of SCP-096, the termination will be entrusted to you, under heavy guard and the personal supervision of me.
How? How could he terminate it and what did he do? Like, he can't have taken the picture. Did he create it?
Your own termination will be scheduled at a later date.
End log. That's horrible, Doctor. How could you know it worked? It was only a matter of time until that happened in a major population center and its face spread all over the news. I can kill 096, but I've killed myself in the process.
What? What's the... I don't get the meaning of this.
096 1. Interviewer, Dr. Interviewed, retired Captain. Former commander of Retrieval Team Zulu 9, Alpha. Retrieval Incident 096 1A. Begin log.
It always sucks ass to get initial retrieval duty. You have no idea what the damn thing is capable of besides what jacked up information the field techies can scrape up.
That is true, though, man. Imagine being one of those ding-dongs in the first retrieval squads. Like, I hope they have got some creative people there because, like, I have the feeling that often you can deduce what the things are doing or gonna do and stuff, you know? Like, it's not completely out of nowhere. So I hope they've got creative people in those task forces that, like, make first contact. Because you have to react quickly to these things.
And you're lucky if they even tell you the whole story. They told us to bag and tag. Didn't tell us jack shit about not looking at the damn thing.
Could you describe the mission, please?
Yeah, sorry. We had 2 choppers. One with my team, and one on backup with Zulu 9B and Dr. We spotted the target about 2 clicks north of our patrol path. I'm guessing he wasn't facing in our direction, else he would have taken us out then and there.
Probably,
And
yeah.
your report says SCP-096 didn't react to the cold. It was minus degrees Celsius.
Actually, it was minus... And yes, it was butt naked, and it didn't do so much as shiver.
What is it? That's, like, it's such a weird thing.
We landed...
Like, it's just like a running naked dude, but it's so weird. I love it. I love lanky assholes. They are so creepy.
That's what Dr. called. I turned to answer it, and that's what saved me. The target
That's when SCP-096 entered an agitated emotional state.
Yep. Sorry. Got the willies for a second.
That's alright.
Yeah, well, I never saw its face. My squad did. They paid for it up the ass.
Oh,
Could
how?
you describe it a little more, please?
Yeah. It started screaming at us and crying. Not animal roaring, though. It sounded exactly like a person.
Oh, that's so weird.
Really fucking creepy. We started firing when it picked up Corporal and ripped off his leg. God, he was screaming for our help.
Why?
Anyway, we were blowing chunks out of the target, round after round. Didn't do jack shit. I almost lost it when it started.
Yeah, it's eating them. Like, why is that expunged? Like, it's not that bad. Like, I've heard worse. Like, when the weird guest thing, like, devoured people and stuff. Like, why is it expunged that the thing eats them? I think it's pretty normal to assume it does that because of the, like, long jaw. I don't know. But how did he not see it when he was firing at it? I don't know.
That's when you ordered the use of an AT-4 HDT launcher.
An anti-tank gun. Started carrying it ever since SCP got loose.
Oh, interesting.
Those
Yeah,
things
okay.
tear through tanks like tissue paper. Did the same thing to the target.
There was significant damage to SCP-096.
It didn't even flinch. It kept tearing apart my squad, but with half of its torso gone.
Okay, but so how quickly does it regenerate?
But was it taking damage?
If it was, it wasn't showing it. It must have lost all its organs, all its blood, but it didn't acknowledge any of it. Its bone structure wasn't hurt at all, though. It kept tearing my squad.
Ah, okay, so the bone structure is immortal and everything around will just regrow.
So, no actual structural damage. How many rounds would you say were fired at SCP-096?
At the least, 1,000. Our door gunner kept his Gao 19 on it for at least 20 seconds. 20 seconds. That's 650 caliber rounds pumped into the thing. Might as well have been spitting at it.
Yeah, it's so
This is when
bad.
009B arrived.
Yeah, my squad was
God, the face.
Zulu 9B managed to get the bag over its head and it just sat down. We got it into the chopper and got it here. I don't know how I never saw its face. Maybe God or Buddha or whoever thought I should live. Jackass.
We have obtained an artist's depiction of SCP-096's face. Would you like to view it?
No, why? It's creepy.
You know, after hearing that thing's screams and the screams of my men, I don't think I want to put a face to what I heard. No. Just... no.
All right. I believe we're done here. Thank you, Captain. Let this be on record that I'm formally requesting SCP-096 be terminated as soon as possible.
Yeah, but why didn't anyone do it? I still don't get
log.
that.
27. There have been 27 attempts on SCP-096's life in the past 6 months. All
Oh.
directed by the man who set him free, Dr. Daniels. Daniels, for his part, has
Okay, so at least they tried.
spent the last 6 months in a cell. On a good day, he is escorted to the testing chambers to oversee an attempt and then back to that cell. His termination has been delayed in order to allow him to oversee the destruction of SCP-096. But the O5
But it seems that it never broke out again, so I don't know.
are losing
That's
their
probably
patience.
why it's Euclid.
Dr. Daniels is a condemned man. But if all he can do is fail, well, they have plenty of other people who can handle this project. He has a month left. Regardless of his results, at the end of that month, he will be terminated. These are his last days, and last attempts to take SCP-096 with him.
I still don't get what he did. Like, did he set it free? I don't think he did, because then he would have had to fake the photo. So weird. Like, what did he do? I don't get that. I don't get what he did. Did he like F up in evacuation or something? I just don't know. Yeah, so that was the SCP. So basically, it's a lanky white asshole that if you see its face, it comes for you and eats you. Fine. That was actually pretty creepy, and I think I've already like I'm pretty sure I have heard the thing with the picture before, but didn't know it was this one, and I might be mistaken. I think I remember when I was like 10 or 15 years ago when I looked a bit into SCP, and there were like not many. There were like perhaps 20 SCPs out or something. And I thought it was a ski resort where that picture was taken. So might have been another SCP I'm thinking of. Don't know. Yeah, this one was pretty cool. Like this was creepy. Like it just getting you, coming running at you. It's So let's see if they did some good short movies about this. I've got some prepared. So let's see what other people have done about SCP-096 and what their ideas about it are. I'm very sad still there's no short movie about the guest, but what can you do? Can't have everything. So this is short film from the Foundation archives. Let's see what it is. I will link them all in the description, of course, but let's just get into it.
This incident occurred shortly after the object was assigned to the containment cell. Thousands
Okay.
of scientists study hundreds of objects every day. Most
What
of
is
them have
that?
specialized training. But in no case should they ever forget about the safety regulations when working with objects of the Euclid class and above. At the
That's
end
so
of her
weird.
shift, Dr. Cotter took sensitive materials on SCP-096 for a thorough examination at home. These materials were not allowed to be taken outside the premises of the Foundation.
Oh great, just so dead.
Distracted by the malfunctioning TV, Doctor saw something that led to a terrifying chain of events. She attempted to escape, but it was impossible. The creature learned that it had been seen.
Okay, that was more
Dr.
disturbing than I ever thought it would be.
Further referred to as the object SCP-0961. The creature had reached SCP-0961.
Oh wow, that's so
record
freaky.
speed, even though its initial location was at considerable distance from the latter.
Wow, and the
The
screams
dying
are
scream
so
of
weird.
SCP-0961 was heard by the neighbors. Unfortunately, their ignorance also led to tragic consequences. While the husband, now SCP-0962, was looking out the window, seeing how Mobile Task Force Alpha 1 was disposing of the remains of SCP-0961, his then wife, now SCP-0963, saw the object, SCP-096. The inevitable followed.
Oh god, that's really, really creepy. Yeah, this one's good. Oh my god, this is so horrifying.
This tape is recommended for review by all personnel who will be authorized to study SCP-096. Do not neglect safety measures.
Okay, that one was good already. Ah, that one was really good. Okay, it was freaky. Yeah, you know, and this is what I meant last time as well a bit, that sometimes the writing is scary already, but seeing it in the short is 1,000 times scarier, and this was, oh god. So we've got another short film. Like, some are longer, but some are 1 to 2 minutes. One is, I think, 9 minutes, but let's just see what this one is. What was that? What's happening? Oh, okay. Oh god, that's very good, yeah. And the sounds. You know, this horror, you don't get this. Oh, God. You don't get this kind of horror from a story, I think. Wow, this is awesome. Yeah, that was also. Oh God, what am I doing to myself here? I really like these though. Like, these are very good. These are very, very good. So, next one, 2 minutes long. The shy guy lives near me. Let's see what this one does. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's do it like this.
Small provincial town near the Mexican border. A local resident repeatedly talked to the police, but no one believed his words.
Okay.
After all, the man claimed that a creature had settled in his house, which he had never seen directly, but whose presence he constantly felt.
Ugh.
Later, upon reviewing the recordings made by the victim himself, the Foundation leadership unanimously agreed that it was SCP-096.
That's so
This
weird.
case was interesting primarily because SCP-096 did not show any signs of aggression towards the owner of the house, only observed him and did not
That's so
attempt to
weird.
make contact.
I think this is from a movie though. I think I've
First, the
seen this
man was very
movie.
lucky because SCP-096's face was not caught on camera. Otherwise, the consequences could have been completely different. But that was only the beginning.
Yeah, I think this is from a movie. And I think I've seen the movie. Yeah, this is from a movie. They just took a clip from a movie. That's a very creepy scene from the movie, by the way.
According to the footage, the resident of the house realized that the creature was hiding in the closet and decided to check if it was real.
Yeah, if I don't know what the movie is, but if you see the movie, it's a very, very scary scene.
Had the man known about the SCP Foundation's existence, he would have certainly contacted us and possibly survived, but everything happened differently.
I think it went under the bed. Yeah. That's so weird.
SCP-096 decided to make contact, as its shelter had been disclosed. Unfortunately, nothing good came of it. The Foundation has now lost...
Yeah, that's a bit sad. This is a very good scene in a horror movie, and they butchered it with a text, I think. So if you want to see this horror movie, please be my guest. Like, watch it. It's very good. It's a very good one. It's a very eerie ending, I think. Let me see if they credit the movie. Yeah, Aterrados. Aterrados is the original movie. You should watch it. It's a very good horror movie. I think I saw it because of this scene, actually. I think I heard it had this scene in it, and yeah, anyway, so. Yes, so I found another one. It had the other clips in it, so I could have just watched this video, but yeah, let's watch the ones we have not yet experienced.
Officers of the Foundation have intercepted the case file from the police department of the town of Bright Falls, where a series of dead bodies were found in the forest. One night, the police department received a call from a town resident saying she felt some kind of presence near the house. The police officer arrived at the scene, but the agents of the Foundation were already following the events, because only they knew who was really behind the murders in the forest. The police officer agreed to stay and watch the house for a while, but when the time was up, he heard something everyone should stay away from as far as possible.
Yes,
the officer saw another body in the
096
woods,
screams.
and the one who left it there was very close. The officer tried to return to the station as quickly as possible, but the thing he saw did not allow that.
It's so weird.
No one has yet managed to survive an encounter with SCP-096. The cry of the creature that night was heard by the whole town. In addition, the officer managed to take a photo of SCP-096
Oh,
and
great.
send it to the station, where the officer on duty, having looked at the picture, brought trouble on himself. Never
It looks so
look
weird.
at SCP-096. Running away won't save you.
Yeah. This thing is really creepy. And as you saw here, you can do some seriously
The car
effed up
crashed late at night.
horror
Something
scenarios
or
with it.
someone knocked it off the road while it was at full speed. Later, the Foundation staff concluded that this was one of the contacts with SCP-096. The driver, the girl, was not a Foundation subject and did not belong to Class D personnel. But the O5 Council
Also
did
looks a
not
bit
give the
as if
order
it's
to
from a
evacuate,
movie.
as this was a unique opportunity to learn more about SCP-096.
See,
The
stuff
girl
like this, it's
desperately
so
fought for
weird.
her life, although SCP-096 did not show any significant hostility towards her. Rather, it was interested in the object until she saw its face.
Oh god, that is really freaky. I hate that. Oh god.
SCP-096 became much more aggressive, but the bullets from the revolver did some damage to 096, and it retreated.
That's bullshit.
Another discovery of this unplanned experiment
But I like
was
it.
that SCP-096
Also shows that the SCP, the way it is described, is a very tropey thing, and not in a negative way. Like it's expressing some very what would you say? Common horror tropes of creatures. I like that, like
were
white,
found to be
lanky.
sensitive to light. This fact must be documented and used to restrain the object in further experiments.
Yeah, no, you're bullshitting. You're just taking film clips.
As for the girl,
But I like it.
unfortunately, she decided to fight SCP-096, but she didn't know yet that it was impossible to defeat it.
Okay, she's fighting a thing. I wonder what movie
This
that is
record
from.
is recommended for review by all personnel who come into direct contact with the object or engage in its
Oh
study.
god, that's so fucking weird. You know, that's why I hate stuff like this. Oh, there are more than one, I think. Yeah. Yeah, like, clips of this thing are so horrifying. Man, I hate it. So scary. So scary. Okay, so now we've got a short movie, I guess. It's pretty long, but I hope it's good. Let's see what they did here.
Big brother, this is Echo Romeo Alpha.
Ah, I think they're doing the SCP log as a film. That's cool. Yeah, I just have to say these movies do it really justice. Again, this time the text was pretty creepy, but again, like the true horror only came from the movies. Because I think the most interesting thing was the was the screaming part. Like, it was written, but the moment I heard it in the videos, it was terrifying AF, but there I just read it. Oh yeah, there it is. The box. 096. What are you so worried for, mate? There's Dr. Oleski or whatever he was called. I also have to say, already they because they are real people sitting there, it immerses me a lot more than the SCP writing style does. Like, yes, we've got these interviews and stuff, but this here is already like, I would buy this guy working somewhere and I see it in his face that there's something better. And that's something that's not in the files that we normally read or listen to by Volgun.
This is Inspector Arlia beginning session 5 of the investigation for incident 096-1-Alpha. I am here with Dr. Daniels.
It's Dr. Daniels,
Hello,
okay.
Doctor?
Have you caught it yet?
Yes. You'll be pleased to hear containment has been attained.
Oh, thank God.
We do have some questions, obviously. It's been very difficult to get a clear picture of the case. We hope you can help us.
Yes, of course.
Good. Now, Doctor, for the record, where were you when containment was broken?
I was on an excavation in the mountains.
I like that already. Like, this is really cool. I like these interview style scenes.
Comparing lab samples with local geology.
And in your absence, who was in charge of the lab?
Dr. Oleksi.
And how was 096 being held?
As per protocol. 096 is being kept in a Class 13 containment cube. No windows, no cameras, no one that is possible to see its face.
Oh, what a nice actor. That's so cool.
The system is in strict compliance.
Thank you. When exactly was containment broken?
I haven't been informed of the exact time yet.
Yes, of course. Apologies, Doctor. We're a bit disorganized ourselves.
She's not that good an actor, though.
Doctor?
Are they watching us?
You must be more specific, Doctor.
The O5, are they watching us?
Yes.
Well, maybe now they'll listen to me when I say we need to kill it.
This could have been a catastrophe.
Very nice. Very nicely done. Nice actor, nice setup.
What do you mean?
Let's start from the beginning, shall we?
Oh, wow, that's so
Relax,
weird.
Doctor. All protocols have been followed. All personnel inside Stage 2 containment saw its face. Unfortunately, that was just the start.
Wow, wow, I love it. This is so good.
Okay, this is researcher Michael Allen.
And researcher Daryl Landry.
Reporting an event with 096.
At approximately 1557, audio blips were picked up by sensors Alpha 1 and Alpha 2. There it is again. The readings are showing 096
Oh, this is
on
very
the north
creepy.
wall, stationary. We should get Oleksi down here.
It should hold, right?
But shouldn't you know? Wow, that's so weird. Wow, I love it. But shouldn't they know that the moment it starts wailing, they should know it's active? Oh god. Yeah.
It rapidly became clear that 096's target, which we've labeled 096-1, was nowhere close by.
Wait.
But wait a moment. I don't understand one thing, and please clear it up perhaps in the comments. If it's running towards someone and whilst it's running, someone sees it, will it then like turn away? Or will it like go to its original target and come back for that person? I think it's the latter, but...
Wait. In the event of a stage 1 breach, the automated protocols ensure that a sleeping agent...
The automated protocols failed to start. In the event of an automation failure, it would be up to the operations chief, in this case, Dr. Alexei.
Well, where the hell was he?
He was found hiding in a janitorial closet in Division 3.
Okay.
Dead.
Dead? Why?
Indeed.
Lexi, you idiot.
I'm sorry for your loss, Doctor, but we do have a lot more to cover. After breaching the base, 096 moved in a straight vector towards the mountains.
That's so cool. I love this one. Very nicely done.
Big Brother, this is Hog 1 approaching estimated target location, over.
Copy, Hog 1. Maintain vector.
I think I've got something. Target
Yeah,
visual.
there it is in the distance, I think. Oh, wow, that's so weird.
Clear for strafing round, over.
You're clear.
Oh, that's so disgusting. Weird fuck thing.
Ineffective on target.
Copy. Going hot on 2 Mavericks.
Oh god.
3, 2, 1. Fire.
Bam!
Direct hit.
See, this is also a bit cooler, they nuked it. Like with rockets.
No
And there
effect.
it runs
Repeat.
again.
No effect on target.
Copy, Hog 1. Return to base. Retrieval team, maintain vector.
096 proved difficult to keep track of. It doesn't show up on satellite thermal imaging oftentimes. We were only able to track it by the path of destruction it left. About 2 hours into pursuit, it crossed a state highway. We were lucky it was lightly traveled at the time, but 12 people still saw its face.
We needed more preparation. For when, not if, but when there was a breach.
You did have a considerable budget, Doctor, but it seems that most of your focus was on the Scramble goggles?
Yes, I've said time and again that the Scramble program was the only achievable technology to give us a fighting chance.
Yeah, but you effed that up.
Let me do proper research. As I said, it has always been a when.
Doctor, please, we have a lot more to cover. Finally, 096.
What an awesome actor.
096-1, a young man who lived on a small farm at the foot of the mountains. With his wife and newborn child.
Ian? Ian?
Oh, is the SCP still in there? I think it is. Yeah. Oh god.
Are you bothered by something, Dr. Daniels?
Why didn't you let me kill it?
For the record, Doctor, you don't know how to kill it. Much of the research you've requested equates to torturing 096, which is inhumane.
Inhumane? There's nothing human about that thing. This is insane.
Yeah.
People have died.
Yes, Doctor, people have died. Isn't that a tragedy?
You people are a bunch of goddamn psychopaths.
Our only concern is to secure, contain, and protect. Which brings us to our next point. Your scramble goggles. Tell me, how do they work? Just for the record, Doctor.
They're mixed reality goggles. Each eye is fed a video feed, and an AI detects and scrubs out 096's face from the image.
Yeah.
Brilliant solution to a very complicated problem. Expensive, too. It's a shame they didn't work.
What?
Let's continue.
Yeah, why didn't they work if they did it like he said? Like, the explanation was a bit weird in the original as well. Was that Volgoon speaking?
1 Bravo, clearing structure line. 1 Alpha, nearing target. Target confirmed. Copy. Marker placed. Proceed with bagging. Moving to you, Alpha.
That's so weird.
Initiate bagging. What was that? Shit! Something's wrong. Scramble is ineffective. Fuck! Engage!
Yeah, you're all dead now. Great.
Fall back.
Oh god.
The entirety of MTF Tal 1 was terminated. 8 of the best mobile task force we have.
They should have worked. All my tests. They were supposed to work.
So if you did tests, why did it not work?
Open it.
What am I looking at?
I believe the important part is still in the envelope, Doctor.
What are you doing? Are you making him see it?
Is this?
Yes. What was an original photograph of 096 in the wild.
Someone photographed it?
We dated the photograph to the 1980s. It seems the original photographer and all of its subsequent viewers were completely unaware of 096's presence. Until a young man at the farmhouse, that is.
This has been scratched out by hand. By who? How?
Your scramble goggles proved to be somewhat useful, after all.
Ah, okay, so the farmhouse is where the original they were as well.
Echo Romeo Alpha 1. What's wrong?
Yeah, that's the Volgun, I think.
Nothing.
That thing is so creepy, I love it so much.
Holy shit.
This one is really well done. At least he backed
Copy,
it.
Echo Romeo Alpha. Move to extraction.
Oh, that's so eerie.
Big brother, target is triggered.
Yeah, that's so... Wow, that's well done. It's gonna come for him. Wow, that's so scary. That thing is so scary. I love it.
Apparently, 096's face was so small in the image, it took up less than 4 pixels.
4 pixels?
But how would the AI then see it? It's so weird.
4 fucking pixels? I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for, Doctor?
Everything. They were supposed to work. On my plans. The goggles. They were supposed to save lives. What was the final casualty count?
15 civilians, 48 Foundation members, 63
Wow.
deaths in total.
That's a lot.
So, that's what all this is about. So much death. And you want someone to pin it on, eh? Someone to punish.
Why? It would be so stupid. He's clearly intelligent.
Doctor, in here, you will find the clearances necessary to begin termination trials on SCP-096. The O5 Council has come to your side.
Do you mean I'm allowed to kill it?
You're allowed to try. All we ask is that in your termination attempts, you solidify the research and create a more effective solution to our
Yeah, that's clever. Like, I would have done the same.
Dr. Daniels, is there anything else you'd like to say on record?
No. No, I think that's everything.
Very well then. This concludes session 5 of the SCP-096-1-Alpha investigation.
Brilliant. Very nicely done.
My condolences to you for the loss of your colleagues.
What an awesome actor, man. Where did they get him? I hope he's in more stuff.
Alexei, we did it.
Or did he just want to do it to terminate it? I don't know.
Good work.
He's smart. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Are the O5 still in line?
We're still here, and Inspector Everett is right. Well done, Arlia.
Thank you, madam. It was short of a confession, but I believe we have enough.
It's a shame. Daniels really is brilliant. If he were more motivated, perhaps he could have unlocked the secrets to 096's uncanny sensory abilities.
Easy to. He's proven his point.
The only thing he's proven is that he's as much of a monster as he considers us.
That's enough.
I don't get that part. I don't get why the doctor is somehow evil or something.
I believe
What did he do? What?
The photograph. He's definitely familiar with it. I suspect he's been holding on to it for a stunt like this.
But still, how could he have warned Alexei? His absence in the control room was our first lead.
Outside help? Has Alexei given it?
Okay, so he planted the picture, so it went rogue, but yeah, okay. I guess that was the plot twist.
Is anything new?
No, he's staying loyal, although his initial discrepancies are damning enough.
Get what we can out of him. Then he's to be terminated. Quickly and quietly. Remember, he's officially already dead.
Yes, madam. When do we inform Daniels that we know he orchestrated the breach?
Only after he kills it.
But didn't he orchestrate the breach then to kill it? Like, why didn't they let him kill it before? What? I mean, he was the researcher. If he's like the expert and he's like, yeah, no, kill that thing. Like, why not kill it? I don't know. Yeah. Brilliant stuff. That was so good. So good. Yeah, my daughter apparently loved it as well. She's having dreams now, apparently. Yeah, but that was cool. That was very cool. That was nicely done rendition of the whole thing, I think. The only part I think of about this that was a bit weak, like of the SCP, is that it like he let it out on purpose and then it was bad, but he then was allowed to kill it, which he wanted, and that was a bit confusing. But yeah, the SCP itself, scary stuff. Loved the way they did it in the movies. Like it was this, like the screams and stuff. They made it very scary. Sometimes you really need more than just a text. And I think the guest would also be a lot scarier, like as a video now. So I don't know. I hope some more SCPs are turned into videos like this one. This one was awesome, and yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this a bit longer reaction again. I really like this one, so now I'm up to date with this one as well. Next time we will start a little arc, I think. Someone posted some suggestions. We'll see how it turns out, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Take care of yourself as always, and tell me how you thought about this. Did you also think that the movies and short clips, short movies were a lot more effective than the writing? I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye.